Now this is what I call paradise. In this week's show, we've journeyed to the gorgeous island of Phuket for a very special event.
We're here for the very first Phuket IronKids Triathlon. So on your mark, get set, go!
There's no doubt that when it comes to sport and tourism, Phuket is leading the race. From marathons to triathlons, Ironman, and now the island's first IronKids. 13-year-old Dylan was here to both cover the event and compete.
I warmed up for the TSLC IronKids on Phuket's beaches and in the shade of the island's rubber tree plantations. But would I be ready for the toughest race I've ever undertaken? Everyone, including the juniors, faced a challenging course. For me in the senior group, it was a 300-meter swim, a 12-kilometer bike ride, and a 3-kilometer run. More than 40,000 children aged from 6 to 15 have competed in the IronKids events around the world. Around 80 kids entered the IronKids Phuket, but before the big day, many joined in a week-long training camp. The event is taking place here at the brand new Thanyapura Sports and Leisure Club. The TSLC IronKids camp gave everyone a chance to warm up and practice the transitions from pool to bike to track. We also got some great advice and inspiration from Ironman legend Jürgen Zach.
Just look at the course, but first we test one thing, because before you jump on your bike, you have to put the helmet on. So I just want to see if we can take off the helmet and put it back on, okay?
Yeah, buzz, bet I buzz, that's just what I do. Yes, put me anywhere on the map with a backpack strap, still I bet I buzz, bet I flow, bet I rip this beat, bet I feel that soul, bet I go, bet I bench these niggas like Ray, sit down bro, bet I know everything about this game, bet I know my role, but they know when I come to the court, this is my sport, so, bet I'm gone.
Hello, this is Jürgen Zach, also known as Zach Attack. So, I hear you're a famous Ironman. What's your story?
Well, I've been doing triathlon professional for 23 years. I retired a few years ago, now I'm coaching. And before I was a triathlete, I was a soccer and tennis player. And then I became a runner. And I didn't start triathlon before the age of 17. And I did this because I had an injury. I couldn't run for a while and I was jumping on my bike just to stay fit. And then I heard about the first triathlon in Germany. I entered the race and I did win my first triathlon. And the name Zach Attack, that's because I was known for being the fast cyclist for a long time in the sport, and I was always trying to drop my competitors with an attack.
Oh yes. So what does it take to be an Ironman?
Well, of course, it's an endurance sport and you have to train a lot. But you also have to learn the basic of each sport, the technique. So it's always good to work a little bit with a swim coach, a bike coach, or a running coach, or just have friends who are specialized in this discipline. So we always have to watch what is the swimmer doing, what is the cyclist doing, and what is the runners doing, and then get all the information you need.
Yeah. So if you think I trained a lot, do you think I do a lot better than what I've done?
Well, more doesn't mean it's better. You have to train smart. And I've observed you today. You have a talent for the sport. The most important is at your age to be a good swimmer. And you're an awesome swimmer. And the bike was not right for you. It was not the right position. But if you have the right bike with the right position and you keep working on a smooth paddle stroke, I think you'll be fine. And running, it's just training. You have to run. And you have to run every week, at least 1 or 2 times.
So I've had a look at the course, and I think I'm gonna do okay in the pool. Gonna go pretty fast in the bike ride, but I'm gonna have to pace myself in the run. There aren't that many in my division, so it's gonna be really competitive.
Meanwhile, back at the stunning Laguna Resort Complex, I was discovering why people head here for sporting holidays. 7 hotels, spas, a golf course, and a whole lot more.
This is an SOS, don't wanna second guess. This is the bottom line, it's true. I give my all for you, now my heart's in two, and I can't find the other.
Sport tourism is something that Laguna grabbed onto quite a few years ago and has been doing very successfully over the years, of course, with triathlons, marathons, and now the first Phuket IronKids event. I mean, why the focus on sport tourism?
There's, I think, a lot of factors to that. One definitely is that there was not enough of sport and family activities available on Phuket Island when Laguna started to grow. And so from the early stages on, Laguna has been very, very active to attract not only the fun sports, but also the professional sports athletes. And as you said, the marathon and the triathlon has a long history already, has been growing year over year and has become more and more popular. Last year we had the Ironman added to the calendar, and this year for the first time the IronKids. So the focus on sports and hence health is a very, very important element and factor for this family destination to be successful.
Here at the Laguna Beach Resort, you can let mom and dad relax while you join in the activities.
You would not believe your
All the resorts here at Laguna are great for families. Though, here at Laguna Beach Resort, you can try to walk on water.
eyes, they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere.
Or explore your creativity.
I would just stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly.
The Laguna resorts have had a long association with the triathlon held at the end of the year and the marathon held in June. In 2010, the island welcomed its first Ironman. Thousands of people have taken up the challenge to compete for fun and glory in paradise.
Well, Robin, we had a great day over there for the first Phuket Kids Triathlon here in Phuket, and I tell you, I was impressed, and I'm sure Laguna Phuket is excited to be involved with something that is involving kids.
We're absolutely delighted to be involved in the first IronKids here as a sponsor, because it really does dovetail and integrate with the rest of the sporting activities we do here, which include our forthcoming Laguna Phuket International Marathon on the 12th of June. And then moving forward, we have our triathlon, the Laguna Phuket Triathlon, on the 27th of November, which is our 18th, which shows the enduring longevity and the growth of the sport. And that's followed a week later by our second Ironman 70.3 triathlon. And in doing that, we've really created a unique event where we have 2 events on consecutive weekends, and sandwiched in between is a tri-festival, which is a real celebration of everything to do with triathlon. And the purpose of doing that is to attract our triathlon fans from all over the world to come here with their families and spend the whole week in Phuket enjoying triathlon related activities, and really getting to know the whole Phuket and Thailand experience at the same time.
I heard that the Ironman event last year, which was your first one, was a huge success, and I guess it Events like that too, that are known all around the world, really put a spotlight on the resort too, don't they?
It does. It's one of the reasons for doing this is not only to attract tourists here, but also to project the image of Phuket and Thailand all around the world. And we're helped in that by sponsorship from the Tourism Authority of Thailand and Thai International Airways, and they help us bring people in. They also help us promote the events in a lot of target markets overseas. We get promoted all over Europe, in Australia, and all around the regional markets in Asia as well. And the Ironman event was a particular success because it built on the success of the triathlon, which, as I said, is in its 18th year now. But this was a new event, and we attracted more professionals here as well. We had a professional purse of $75,000, which we have again this year. So it was a very challenging course. A lot of the professionals said they'd never had anything so challenging at all, especially the bike course. And it was a showcase for Phuket all around the world. We do a program for it as well. We have a film crew that comes in, and we have a film program which is aired in many, many countries around the world with the help of the Tourism Authority of Thailand. And it really becomes a kind of postcard for Phuket in a lot of important tourism markets around the world. And as Laguna here ourselves, as a destination resort, we're very happy to be part of that.
Then it was time for the big day. I woke up nervous. My 10-year-old brother Tyler and I lined up to register and collected our race kits.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be.
Before I knew it, the moment had arrived to hit the pool.
Good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, and losing all control.
Well, I got a pretty good start in the water and was first out of the pool, and then had the challenge to get my shoes and shirt on and head for my bike.
We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. 'Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up.
Let's live it up.
I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like oh my God. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup.
Drink.
Mazel tov. Look at her dancing.
Move it, move
Just
it.
take it off. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll
gon' do it again. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it.
15-year-old Nicholas Murphy was now hot on my heels.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, do it, do it, do it. Here we come, here we go. We gotta rock, 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 rock. Easy come, easy go. Now we on top, feel the shot, body rock, rockin', don't stop. Round and round, up and down, around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Get with us, you know what we say. Party every day, pop, 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 party every day, and I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be.
Back at the pool, the intermediate groups made a real splash and a furious charge down the lane. The juniors also made an impressive effort. I didn't know 6-year-olds could swim this fast. Once out of the water, getting those caps off, shirts on, and shoes tied was a marathon in itself. Then it was off to the bikes, girls and boys ready to hit their trails and pedal like the wind. Meanwhile, I was halfway through my 12-kilometer ride. The heat was a real challenge, and I know I was starting to dehydrate. Multi-event winner Zoe, who traveled here from Malaysia, was way out in front of the 12 to 13-year-old girls, and was also giving most of the boys a thrashing. Nicholas had left me behind, and I had a few other riders almost nudging my wheel. If I thought the ride was tough, the 3-kilometer run was proving to be a real challenge for me, and I'll admit, I didn't think I'd make it to the finish line. It was about this time I began wishing I'd actually trained a lot more for this. But to my shock, I had crossed second over the line and first in my age group. So tired. Several teams joined the IronKids Challenge as well.
Was it a tough event?
Oh well, it was very tough for me, but perhaps a little bit tougher for the kids. But all of them put in a fantastic effort.
Tell me about your team.
Our team, Team Quest, as you can see in our lime green shirts here. We've been training hard for the last couple of weeks and pretty confident of a medal here today.
Part of the Laguna Phuket group?
Yes, part of Laguna Phuket. Quest is the adventure department, so we've brought all the kids in from around the island. And if you come back in a couple of minutes, we've got a special show for everybody on the field.
We had made it back, and we had made some new friends.
Well, I did okay.
Are you happy with your result?
Yeah, but I think I could have done better.
Now, where are you from?
Thailand.
And you?
Thailand?
Holland.
Holland. Wow. Now, how did you all go?
Good.
What did you think about the race?
It was pretty fun. Athletic. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it's okay. It's good.
What was the toughest part for you?
Biking.
What about you? What was the toughest part?
Running, because I biked before, like earlier, too far.
So did you get a position?
I don't know yet.
So I'm pretty happy about my result today, but here, first place was Nikki, who was right in front. So, how old are you?
14. 15. Just turned 15.
Just turned 15. And have you been training a lot?
Been training quite a lot, 1 month training. Start training every Monday to Friday. Monday and Wednesday swim, 6 o'clock in the morning. And Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is bike.
So then that's a lot of training there. So what did you think about the race?
The race was quite tiring when I got off the bike because I forgot my water bottle at the swim. Yeah, quite tiring.
Yeah, I forgot my water bottle in the swim too. Yeah. So, what's your name?
Siami,
And where are you from?
Phuket, and England. Here, and England, yeah.
So, what division did you go in?
The intermediate.
Yeah? Did you think it was tough? What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was tough because I haven't been training that much, so.
Yeah, I haven't been training that much too.
I'm Zoe Bowden and I'm an Iron Kid.
This is Zoe, and not only did she win the division I was doing, but she got the fastest time overall. So, Zoe, where are you from?
Australia and Malaysia, but I live in Malaysia originally.
Yeah. Do you like doing triathlons?
I love them. I've been doing them for like 3 years. I started off when when I was a swimmer and a runner, when my coach asked me, why don't you just try out triathlons? So I just started from the beginners to the nationals triathlons.
And do you train a lot for them?
Yeah, I train individually. I train mostly on swimming and running. Cycling, I mostly do them at the weekends once a week, but not much of cycling and running, mostly swimming.
Yeah. So is it your dream to become like an Iron woman?
Yeah, it would be a dream to participate in the Iron Woman because it's a great experience. So I hope I get that far.
Okay, I did throw up a few times on the run to the finish line, but it sure felt good climbing up onto that podium. Everyone who competed received a medal. Even my brother, who managed a 6th place in his age group. Hey Claire, you are the race director of this event. How hard is it to organize this event?
Well, it's actually quite difficult. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of different areas. We have so many people involved in this race. So it's a complicated task, and it's tiring at the last few weeks because there's so much last minute work to do, but the teams are all work together really well. So we've had a great race today, fortunately. It's been fun.
Yeah. So when is the next IronKids?
The next one will be on December the 3rd, 2011. And because this one was the first one, we expected it to be smaller. But December, we're hoping we'll get loads more kids. I think everyone's got a bit of a taste for it now, know what's going on. And so I think the next one will be really big.
We've got the team here from Thanyapura and a great event, yeah?
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great day.
Tell me a little bit about the facility here that's taking shape around us.
Sure. Well, as you can see here, we're about to open our Sports and Leisure Club, which includes Olympic-class sports facilities, a Olympic-sized pool, training pool, tennis courts, covered, outdoors. We have outdoor beach volleyball. We have 2 artificial turf pitches, a large and a small pitch, 1,000 square meter fitness facility, and a lot more.
Wow, and Nick, you're the CEO here.
Correct.
And this is your team. Can you introduce them for me?
Yes, we also have our nonprofit affiliate, PIA Day School, and this is Robin Climo, who's the head of school.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes, are you having fun today?
Had a very hot day, but we survived it. Some of these kids were absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Some of them are like 3 feet high, and they did the whole race. It was a great day.
So did you encourage as many of the students as possible to participate today?
Yeah, we had a good team out from PIA. We're only a smallish school at the moment, about 150 students, but we're sort of growing on a weekly basis. And I think we had about 20, 25 kids that came from the school and ran their hearts out and cycled and swam. So it was tremendous.
Now you got another team member here.
Yes, this is Giles Leonard, who's the Director of Sports Club Operations.
Hi, Giles.
Hi, good to see you.
So tell me a little bit about the sports club and your job here.
Okay, so we've got, obviously with the whole Thanyapura comes under one umbrella, and we've got the school next door, and then the Sports and Leisure Club will be a membership club, first and foremost, so all local, our local residents, and they'll be becoming members of the club, and obviously we'll be open to visiting sports teams, visiting athletes for training camps, all sorts of things.
Is this the first of its kind here in Phuket?
It's not just in Phuket, but it's certainly the first of its kind in Phuket, but wider than that certainly in Thailand, in Southeast Asia. I mean, we look for comparative facilities, and it's very hard to find something of this sheer magnitude available to all. That's the big draw, because anybody can join this club, anybody can come into this club, and they can train alongside athletes, alongside elite sportsmen, and then you have amateur athletes also taking part as well. So that's the big draw.
Fantastic. And who's our other team member here?
My name is David Roberts. I'm the Vice President of Operations, so overseeing not just the sports club but the other areas that Thanyapura encompasses. We have, in addition to all these great sports facilities, we've got a fantastic organic restaurant, we have meeting venues, we have spas coming online, we have a fantastic kids club, we have one hotel which is open right now, which is 38 rooms, and another one which is coming online next year, March or April, which is going to have 77 rooms. So aside to the sports, we also have the hospitality, and that's more my role.
Thanyapura! Then it was time to party. So Jürgen, are you happy with today's event?
Well, IronKids was very successful today, and we are proud about this. Thanyapura Sport and Leisure Club did a good job. We had lots of motivated volunteers, and of course all the competitors, the kids were great, and it was lots of fun, good atmosphere, and we will do this race again in December. I'll be back in Phuket in September, and we'll be preparing lots of kids and triathletes for the season, for the races coming up. I will be coaching the kids before the race. I was coaching swimming and bike run twice a week for 2 months, and we had the Ironman Kids Camp every day the week before the race, and I think we will have the same schedule next time. And hopefully more kids will show up. This year it was, I think, 130. We are very pleased with this, but I think we can handle maybe even 200 next time.
There are many ways to explore paradise, but if you have the energy, Phuket serves up a smorgasbord of sporting fare.
All have a weakness. Some of ours are easy to identify.
Well, it would be difficult to find a better destination than this when it comes to sports tourism. You've got first-class facilities, a wonderful culture, and a great environment to totally immerse yourself in. In fact, I think that's a great idea.
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight.
You can visit this website to check out the race results and information on the next TSLC IronKids event.
IronKids!